Hey Libra, how's it going? Welcome back to Filara Spirit. I'm Topher, and here in my world, we like to mix spirit, science, and the art of deduction to help us turn imagination into creation. So, guys, this is going to be a general reading for you for the month of September 2021. It will be in its own playlist because all of my other readings are timeless. Check out the rest of your birth chart and any major placements you have for more messages that resonate and a bigger picture, as well as all the information for personal and private readings, which is in the description box down below via the link to my website. Check me out on Instagram where you can see my brand new tarot deck being posted every day, and check me out on TikTok for mini messages. Let's get straight into it. Your theme song. So you had a couple that flew out of the deck. They sort of exploded all over the place, and the two that were face up were Earth to Asgard and Emperor Penguins. Now, the main word that I got from those two together was journey. Emperor Penguins being taking a journey to get food and then come back, or it's a big old journey that penguins take, and Earth to Asgard, which being kind of heaven and earth, right, going from Earth to Asgard. So it's kind of the word journey just came out really clearly. Now I put them back in because there was too many that shuffled out, and the moment I shuffled again, Earth to Asgard came back out. So this is your theme for your theme song for the month of September, which is, yes, a bridging of heaven and earth, or in this case, a bridging from earth to heaven, right? Asgard being the Norse heaven. Now, it's something here. Now, okay, to make you feel really good, okay, this is an excellent energy because you know where the phrase between two worlds, right? Where you have one kind of life or one kind of way of thinking or one kind of situation. And then I'm hearing another one. Oh, how the worm has turned, right? Turning over a new leaf. It's all of these kinds of expressions where but more than turning over a new leaf, which is a sort of, okay, I'm still in this situation, or I'm still going in this direction, and I'm going to turn over a new leaf and do it in a different way, or how the worm has turned in this situation is now coming back towards me in a certain way. This is like day and night, or night and day, right? It's it's like going from a circle to a square. You're not in the same vicinity, you're not in the same situations, you're not in the same atmosphere or anything like that. Now, the first thing I want to, or the main thing that I want to say here is Asgard is heaven, essentially, all right? Odin, Thor, and everybody else, obviously, we know this is from the Thor movie. This is how we kind of know stuff like this now, right? We watch the Marvel movies, and we know Thor and we know Loki. But more than that, we kind of, Asgard is technically heaven, right? So if you think about what heaven looks like for you, right? That's kind of seems to be where you're going here. It's the journey that is taking place in September. You're going from where you are to your idea of heaven. We're going to pull some more cards here because I want to know, I feel like this is specific. It's going to be quite a specific reading. So we're going to have a look at your overall theme here with Beyond Lemuria, what you're clearing with the Akashic Records, your challenges with the Dark Goddess, blessings from the Oracle of the Fairies, and advice from the ancestors. And then we've got my deck to clarify with as well, you guys. So let's get straight into it because I feel like there's something really specific that I want to say, but it's like I need to grab hold of it. Like the snitch. There's this snitch that's floating around and I need to, oh, okay, just flipped out in my hand. Interesting. Oh my gosh, look at what those words say. Okay, air, that is you, Libra. Okay, I'm a rising Libra. Air signs are, okay, intellectual and intelligent, diplomatic, balanced, or they try to be, they want to be. They're very logical and strategic. I mean, even Aquarius, who is all about freedom and independence and liberation, is still kind of doing things in that strategic kind of way, right? But then here it's I mean, it literally says paradigm shift, right? So the one paradigm being Earth, and the paradigm you're shifting to being Asgard, or AKA heaven, right? Or your idea of heaven. What does that look like for you, right? You're seeing a lot more like the bigger picture of things. There's a lot of eyes here surrounding this character, right? All the way up and around the outside. There's 1, 2, 3 pairs of eyes. And then right at the top as well is the flower of life, which is in my logo as well. So you're kind of seeing things here from a bigger perspective. And I feel like instead of being strategic, analytical, or overly diplomatic about things like you are so good at doing, Libra, the paradigm shift for you is now sort of doing things by intuition, right? With all of these eyes being third eye and inner eyes and all of this kind of stuff. And also doing things from the heart. She's got a tiny, tiny little seed in her hand that's just started to sprout. And it's in the shape of a heart. So doing things from the heart instead of doing things from the head, right? Because, or I feel like it's maybe you are being given the opportunity, or the shift that is happening for you is you're shifting from this earthy kind of, you know, again, it's the reality of things, like being logical and strategic about things. Okay, this is the reality. This is what I have here on this earthly plane. So I can do this, and blah, 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 blah. Where you're heading now in the month of September, you don't have to think like that. You can just dream of what you want. You can just sort of let your mind explode with limitless thoughts, right? Instead of having to be logical and strategic about in order to get something, because you're transitioning to Asgard, aka heaven. You don't have to do that. You don't have to be strategic or logical. It's heaven. You can just, it's everything that you want. You can click your fingers and you have what you want, right? You are comfortable enough that you have the basic needs that you have as a 3D human, yes, but beyond all of that, you have everything else that you could ever want as well, right? So instead of you having to, okay, I need this thing, how can I put in a plan to implement, how can I get it, right? Or how can I achieve it? You don't have to do that in heaven. You can just go, hey, God, or whatever, I want this. And then it just appears on the cloud next to you, right? It's also having the ultimate faith and trust as well, right? If you're sitting on your cloud in heaven and you ask for something, you don't have a shred of doubt as to whether you're going to get it or not, because it's heaven, right? You don't question whether it's going to appear on the cloud or even when it's going to appear. You asked for it, it's heaven, you know that you're going to get it, right? And that also makes things happen a lot quicker as well. And it's like you're living this experience. In September, you're starting to live this experience of what that's like, but here in the physical world, right? What it's like to be sat on your cloud in heaven and just, I mean, to like be on cloud 9, right? And to just have what you want, right? Oh, sorry, my phone's going. And to just have what you want rather than trying to plan for what you want. You're letting go of the need to implement strategy to get something or to have something. And you're handing it over to the universe now, because you know that it's out of your control. You know that it's out of your hands, right? I mean, I've literally said that. You see this heart thing? She's got this heart seed. She's taken it out of her hand. It's literally out of your hand, right? So, and now you're handing it over to the universe. This is the seed. This is the thing that I want. Here, I'm just going to sit here on my cloud. I'm going to sit here on my cloud using my intuition and inner knowing that I'm going to have it, that it's going to be mine. Okay, let's have a look at what's being cleared here. Whoa. I hope you saw that that flipped over in my hand. I hope that you saw. I do not choose these freaking cards. Let me just show you. Oh my Lord. And this is why I am just so always astonished. Just always astonished at how these things, I don't know. When you have so much synchronicity and so much in your face proof and evidence, it just happens in front of your eyes, it gets to the point where you wonder why everyone else questions it as well. I just shuffled and it, like, that's the card that flipped, 2 worlds. And I shut up. Oh. Yeah, okay. 2 worlds. So here we are inside, being strategic and planning and doing practical things like sewing up the clothes and what's that? Counting money on the, she's counting money on the table. Over here, she's got this broom where she's been sweeping. She looks like she's darning something as well. She's just sort of disheveled a little bit. She's like staring into the fire like, ugh. But then if you have a look out the window behind her, right, there's flags, there's celebration, there's some kind of ceremony or festival or something going on. The sky is blue. The plants are blossoming. It's just full of life. It's full of light. And it's just, I feel like you have done this to yourself for a while, right? Where it's like maybe feeling like you've had to be strategic, that you've had to be, you know, practical about things. And, you know, obviously we do have to do that, but you've been doing it with everything for quite a while here. The shift for you in September is now you are going to go outside and allow yourself to have some fun. Allow yourself to just let go of the control. Right, I've said this is what I want. I know that it's out of my hands now. I am just going to enjoy my life. I'm going to go and have fun and stop trying to organize every tiny little detail. Right? This is you, like, I feel like whatever the idea of heaven is for you, again, this is heaven on earth as well, whatever that looks like for you, it's your ultimate happiness. You know that it's achievable. You know that it's, I feel like you know that it's achievable. You know that you can do it. But the way that you've been going about things is maybe trying to be super practical about it, right? Where almost all of your time is taken up doing things to make sure that you're reaching this goal all the time, right? And that's great, but it's then needing to balance out with the already adopting the energy of that heaven on earth, right? Because that's how we attract things in. So you attract what you are, not what you want. And when you're in that mode of, okay, I'm working towards my dream, I'm working towards my goals, which is fantastic. But if you're like that 24/7 all of the time, then you're never really adopting the energy and the emotion and the vibration of what it's like to actually have achieved it, right? So, because when you've achieved it, you probably won't be working towards it all the time and working blah, blah, because you will already have it, right? September is a time for you to, I think, realize that you've done all that you can do, right? Which is why this sort of surrendering out of your hands moment is happening. You've done all that you can do towards your heaven on earth ideal, whether it's one specific thing, like dream job, dream house, dream whatever, or it's your entire lifestyle. It's you've done all that you can do towards it. Now it's time to sit back and enjoy it, right? Even if you don't necessarily have exactly the final picture or exactly the final thing that you want, you have to step into an energy of already having it so that you can attract it in. You've done the work and done all the things in order to order this manifestation, to order this lifestyle or whatever from the universe, right? You've done all of that. Now you need to let it go, right? Now you need to, it's not even let it go. I feel like you have let it go, but you've told yourself that in order to have it, you have to constantly be doing things all of the time. Like if you miss a week of doing something, or it's like you feel like if you're not doing it every single day, if you're not doing something towards it every single day, then it's not going to happen, right? That, okay, if I do some towards it, I can speed it up, I can bring it and blah, blah, blah. And it's like, no, you've done all that you can do. There's nothing more for you to do. You just need to now adopt the reality that it's already happened, which is essentially the package being delivered, right? That's like Master Shri says. Let's have a look at what your challenge is here, because I mean, I feel like we've kind of gone over it a little bit. Your challenge seems to be I mean, I don't want to say it in so many words, but it's to calm your tits. You got to calm your tits and cool your jets, because I feel like you're sort of, some of you have been maybe driving yourself around the twist, you know, like in a sort of in a good way, because I do feel like you have this great energy where you're like, yeah, I'm doing stuff, I'm achieving it. I do something every single day, then yeah, I'm getting it done. But then it's kind of, you're not really having like ultimate faith and trust then that the universe is going to do its part for you as well. You have trusting that you've done the work, and now you can sit back and relax and start living in the energy as if the final result is already here. That's all you need to do. That's all you need to do, Libra. Ooh, interesting. I'm not sure why that one came out, but we are going to read from the book because I guess it came out for a reason. Deity, revenge. Interesting. Revenge. Let's read your foresight messages, because they are always very, very specific and insightful. Don't take the message if it doesn't resonate with you, okay? You'll know if it resonates with you, because your brain, your heart, everything about you will immediately go, yep, that's my message, okay? Think about what you really should do rather than what you want to do. Don't act in haste. Your partner's ex is on the warpath. Interesting. Think through all your options before taking drastic action. Tell someone how you really feel about a situation causing you sleepless nights, and negative behavior needs to be addressed. Well, that's pretty much the main message. I don't know whose partner's ex is on the warpath, but maybe that's something for somebody. Negative behavior needs to be addressed. Now, I'm not feeling like it's negative behavior necessarily. You're doing something negative, or you're feeling negative, or yeah, you might be, but I feel like it's more, I feel like it's just a drain, right? I'm seeing you as this person here on the Two of Scrolls who is disheveled, right? She's got an apron on, her hair's kind of just scraped back, she's sort of bedraggled, right? She just looks knackered. She just looks completely shattered, right? You've been doing too much. You've been overdoing, right? And I feel like, it's not necessarily revenge, it's more maybe being a little bit stubborn, Libra. Right? Like, I'm hearing you, I can do this, I can do this, I can do it, as long as I can keep up with it, I can do it every single day, and blah, 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 then I will have what I want. It's like you're determined, but it's starting to it has been starting to push towards being downright stubborn, right? And this is not necessarily stubborn to other people. I feel like it's just stubborn about your life, about this paradigm shift for you, this Earth to Asgard, right? It's like it's almost, you know that you're going from Earth to heaven. You know that this is happening, but the heaven for you is you're determined about it, but sometimes that determination can sometimes manifest as just pure stubbornness, right? Where it's just, I don't really care about what I should do. I only care about what I want to do. And what I want to do is be in control. What I want to do is do something all of the time, every single day towards these things until I have it. And then I can rest, right? And it's like, no, now you're missing the point, because that's the opposite of how law of attraction and manifestation works. You don't get the thing and then you feel it. You feel the thing and that attracts that thing towards you, right? Which includes you going, okay, I've done as much as I can do. Now it's time to live and exist as if I already have it, because that's what's going to attract it in. I feel like you've just been a little bit sort of not stubborn, but like really determined, like to your own detriment, right? Where it's okay, I will get everything done and I will get it done all of the time. And as long as I am doing something all of the time, I will definitely get this dream. And it's just, yeah, okay, you've done it now. Now live the dream, right? I want to say you leave. Oh my gosh, my throat's just completely seized. Whew. I feel like you need to have fun with it. Instead of your dream being just practical, it also needs to be a dream as well, right? Where you're daydreaming about your dream, but you're not thinking about what you can do in order to get it. You're just daydreaming about having it, right? This is a shift. This is the shift for you, this paradigm shift in September. So instead of we're still thinking about our heaven on earth, right? We're still heading towards our heaven on earth, Libra. We absolutely are. But instead of every time we think about it, we're thinking about how we can get it and what we need to do and what we need to blah, 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 and all that stuff, right? Instead of thinking about it like that, now we're thinking just about having it, about life when you have it, about life, what will life look like? What will the mornings feel like when you wake up in the morning, knowing that you have this thing, right? Instead of how can I get it, right? Waking up in the morning and right, okay, I'm going to do this. I'm going to wake up. I'm going to make sure I do this, 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 and this, and then I'll know I've done something towards it, and I'll feel great, and blah, 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 blah. Foundation is laid in this earth to Asgard. The foundation is laid in this situation, in this manifestation, in this lifestyle that you're heading towards. It's done. It's done. Okay, let's have a look at your blessing here. Awesome. Okay, fairy spotting. It's time to go fairy spotting. It's said that seeing is believing, but in fact, the opposite is true. Believing is seeing. Paradigm shift. Yep. You wanted your heaven on earth. You do want your heaven on earth, and you're absolutely going to have your heaven on earth, okay? Absolutely. But September is about you starting to live like your heaven is already on earth, right? It's said that seeing is believing, right? As long as I'm doing something every single day, as long as I'm always doing things towards it and I'm building it and I can see it happening, then I know that I'm having my dream. I know that it's coming to me. I know that it's blah, 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 blah. And the opposite is true. Believing is seeing. Where you are just living every single day as if it's already happened, as if it's already happening, because it kind of already is happening for you, Libra. You're transitioning from the matrix to your heaven on earth, right? Your reality that you've created for yourself. It's just Got to stop being so practical about it. You've done the practical side. You've done that part, right? You don't have to do it all of the time, or at least you've got to balance it out between the practical and the dreamy, oh my gosh, I'm crying with happiness because I can't imagine how happy I will be when I have it, but I'm still crying with happiness, right? That's how I always say to people, if you can get yourself to the point where you're visualizing and meditating or scripting and you're literally crying because you're so happy, even though you don't have that manifestation yet, you are literally on the right path. If you can get yourself where you are feeling that level of emotion and that level of overwhelming joy, despite the fact that you don't actually have the thing yet, that's believing is seeing. That is the perfect vibration, because that is how you'd react when your freaking dreams come true, right? Especially big dreams. I mean, maybe not everyone, but I'd hazard a guess for the majority of us, if our truest, deepest desires came true, we would cry. Of course we would. I don't care what gender you are. I don't care how old you are. I don't care from where it is. We would all cry because it's so happy, right? And then your other card here, new beginnings. This fairy godmother heralds the joyous news of a new baby or the birth of a cherished idea. Protect and nurture your ideas as you would a newborn baby. Okay, new beginning, absolutely. That might be a side note for some of you that somebody is announcing something, but I'm not really getting a new baby vibe from this at all. What I'm getting from this, my friend, is you are the newborn baby. Okay, protect and nurture yourself as you would a newborn baby, right? And that means not putting yourself through the ringer every single day. That means not working yourself into the ground, trying to make sure that you are always building the foundation. You built the foundation. Like you're just going to build foundation on top of foundation on top of foundation. And you wouldn't do that to a newborn baby. And you are the newborn baby, Libra. You are the newborn baby, because this is you going from one world into a whole new world. Like you go from the spirit world and you come out your mum and you're in the physical world, right? That's exactly what you're doing here. So be kind to yourself, be gentle on yourself. Don't work yourself so hard. Don't keep telling yourself. You wouldn't tell a child that, no, you can't have what you want unless you're constantly always thinking about how you can get it. You wouldn't do that. So don't do it to yourself. Don't do it to yourself. I'm telling you, you already done the groundwork. Earth, ground, you've already done the groundwork. Now you're going to the heavens where your dreams come true on this physical plane. Sit back, relax, enjoy it. You've got to sit back, you've got to enjoy it. You've got to adopt that energy that it's already here so that it can just come towards you. Okay, you've got two. Your advice for, shut up. Oh my Lord, thank you so much for such clear, amazing, awesome messages, because this shit is cray cray, okay? Hermit, retreat and recharge. One more time. Retreat and recharge. You've done the work. The foundation is laid. Sit back, relax, enjoy it as if it's already here. If you can get yourself to the point where you're crying because you're so happy because it's already here, even though it's not already here, you got it. And shaman, trust in higher forces. It's out of your hands. It's out of your hands. Why am I hearing Mike Wazowski? Oh, she's out of our hair. She's out of our hair. Why am I hearing that? I don't know, that might resonate with somebody. Trust in higher forces. It's out of your hands. The foundation is laid. You've done the groundwork, Earth, and now it's time for you to go to Asgard. Believing is seeing. And to be birthed as this new born self, right, into this new world that you made. You have made this world for yourself, okay? It's the world that you want. You're not just going somewhere random that you don't, no, you made it. Absolutely, it's yours. It's gotta be hard. You gotta be easier on yourself. I feel like you just work yourself into the ground. You tell yourself that you've got to be doing something all of the time towards it, otherwise you're not going to get it. No. September is about letting it go. Just relaxing, recharging your batteries, and letting the results and the outcomes just go. Not going to be thinking about it, or when you are thinking about it, you're going to be thinking about how awesome it is. You're not going to be thinking about how you can constantly get it all of the time. This is like, I feel like I can relax, Libra, right? I feel like, I mean, I was so tight and wound up in the reading where it's like, ugh, and now I finish and I feel like my body's just like, ugh, right? I feel like that's you in September. Just like, oh, I don't have to do anything. Oh, I don't have to do anything. I don't have to do it. Oh, that's amazing. I can just enjoy myself, right? That's all. Yeah, you can just enjoy yourself. Adopt the energy that it's already here, and it will be here. All right. So Libra, this is what I have for you. Let me know if it resonates. And of course, have a wonderful September. And for those of you that September transitions over into your birthday too, happy birthday, Libra. Let me know if it resonates down in the comments. Don't forget to hit the like and the subscribe. Check me out on Instagram where you can meet Topher and Marius, and TikTok for daily mini messages. I love you, Libra. See you next time.